Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 77 of the ToonamiGAF podcast. I'm Greg Zeno. Tonight we have B-Dubs,
Hello.
C-Kohler,
Hey guys.
and Moradin.
Hey,
And today we're going to talk about, I guess there was one piece of news. Do you want Mob Psycho live action?
Maybe. I mean, they could make it work.
I saw that thread and I didn't really read it, but I don't remember where I read it. It was somewhere on NeoGAF and somebody said that Netflix was going to try to do what they did with Death Note. I think that like somebody made the point is like, that show could work because it's mostly, character drama and a little bit of sci-fi. And I can see that. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, they only really need this, major CGI for, like, if it's a movie, they need it for, like, all of one scene at the very end. Or if it's, like, a series, they need it, make once or twice a season, tops. Because it's mostly going to be character stuff. Whether or not it's done well depends entirely on who's writing it. Because that Netflix Death Note thing, that could have been great if they had completely different people writing it. Because the whole setting and, how they had the character set up had the potential to be very good, but they screwed the pooch on everything.
well, apparently it's a J-drama and not a Netflix original like Death Note was.
Oh, that's not going to end well.
That's interesting. I didn't heard that.
No, that's not going to end well.
Yeah, Netflix is just producing it.
I mean, and I say this with all due respect, Japanese TV does not know how to work special effects. Like, they can barely work costumes.
So the Death Note thing was like, it wasn't even like a season. It was just like a movie, right?
Yeah, it was a single movie.
Is this a season or a movie?
I think it's a season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a show.
It's going to be a show.
I mean, if it was a movie, I'd be less worried about it because, it'd be really hard to fuck that up.
Well, I guess you don't have to worry too much about them Americanizing it too much then if it's being made in Japan.
I mean, that's not necessarily, like the Death Note Americanizing could have led to something great, but they completely missed.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like,
it
just eliminates that as a variable. It's basically, okay, yeah, Japanese characters being portrayed by Japanese people, actors. No language barrier issues. I mean, it's very interesting. I did not know that part of it. I wonder if they're going to get it dubbed. I mean, that's interesting.
They'll probably sub it. I'm pretty sure that's what they do with the other K-dramas and stuff they have. Because they have like one or two like J and K dramas on Netflix. I mean, really, if you want those, you either go to Crunchyroll or Hulu. But
they should bring Mob Psycho 100 to Toonami then.
Yeah.
Bring the original to compete.
I don't see why not? It would do better.
Bones is actually recently teasing something for Mob Psycho, and I really hope that this isn't it, and they actually do have something in the works still.
I'm pretty sure they're doing a second season, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's enough content there. I'm pretty sure Mob is actually finishing up the final arc as we speak.
Yeah, it has been feeling like it's been in the final stretches for a while now.
Yeah, I mean, if he's closing it up, then they can do sort of, a very definitive second season and maybe a third season, depending on what they wind up covering.
I hope so, because season 2, the stuff it will cover is some of the best stuff in the manga.
Yep. I will say I am a little worried about the fact it's a J-drama now, if only because I still remember what the Full Metal Alchemist adaptation looked like.
What was that?
The trailer. It wasn't good.
Oh, yeah.
It was very, very not good.
I think the biggest problem with that was that it looked like they were trying to cram the entire story into like a short movie.
I mean that too, but I mean, like the special effects they weren't that great, and the costumes were kind of like.
How long ago was that?
I don't think it's come out yet. We saw a trailer a little while back, and it just looked not good.
Hmm.
I mean, I think the only sort of J-drama thing adaptation that looked any good was the Kenshin one, and apparently they completely veered in a different direction for the third movie, which is like, why are you not just adapting the final arc? No one is doing that. I don't know.
Anyway, light news week. Other than I guess Samurai Jack's getting another marathon.
Yep.
I guess they saw how good the numbers were for that last one, and they're like, why don't we just do this again?
Yeah, I mean, it really does feel like the sort of thing that's better watched all at once instead of week, after week. I'm in.
I just got the full series on Blu-ray today.
You lucky dog.
It looks so good.
I want it.
Oh, was it an actual proper remaster?
I actually haven't watched any of it yet. The box looks good though.
I'm pretty sure they did a remaster.
I really hope so, because that'd look amazing on Blu-ray.
What's the best episode to just pop in and watch just look at the visuals? An old episode that you could be like, this looks noticeably upgraded.
Probably the first 3, which is basically the original movie they released.
Right.
Ninja episode would be pretty cool.
Oh, that one too.
Or
But,
the Haunted House one.
Oh yeah.
I mean, half the ones with the Scotsman. Oh no. Okay, I got it. The Birth of Evil.
Okay.
That's 100% the one to watch to see how much the visuals got upgraded.
A funny thing in this box set is that the cover for the season 3 disc is just Jack at the rave. It's like, season 1, Jack versus Aku. Season 2, Jack and the Spartan dudes. Season 4, it's the ninja fight. It's the shinobi fight. Season 3, weird Cat in the Hat Jack with a pacifier in his mouth.
And he's got the rave sticks.
And then season 5, bloody beard dude.
Yep.
That is a twist.
Mm-hmm.
From I'm at a rave to I just killed again. I feel
old. I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
Anyway.
No, I like the one where Jack has amnesia. I don't know why I just thought of that one, but I really like that episode.
That sounds like a chew toy.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Anyway, let's talk about the block.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball Super Episode 37. Don't forget your Saiyan pride. Vegeta versus the 6 universes Saiyan. This was maybe my favorite episode of Dragon Ball Super so far. Right?
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like that. Vegeta finally decides to be a dad, and it's to someone who's not his own son.
It's cold-blooded.
Well, his own son is only half Saiyan, so.
Yeah, so he doesn't.
You know what? That's probably exactly the reason, isn't it? That is an evil reason for him to do that. So yes, that makes sense.
Yep, it's 100%. Plus, I mean, Trunks can already do that, so. He came out to womb Super Saiyan.
I mean, I liked the content of this episode, but it wasn't particularly good animation. It looked pretty rough.
I thought this episode looked a little better than normal. I mean, at least I thought the storyboarding was pretty cool at times.
That's interesting. I kind of had a more of a negative vibe coming off of it, and maybe I was focusing too much on specific moments, but it didn't look great to me. Enough that I wrote it down. I was like, the animation's kind of weak. But
I liked the fight choreography. You know, like they
yeah.
had actual like martial arts and shit for once, and not just flying around spamming beams at each other and throwing really big punches.
Yeah.
Well, there was some of that too, but
So let's dig into this then. What, Grex? Why did you like this episode so much?
I mean, because this is the first episode of Super that has like any actual character meat on it.
Hmm.
Everything else is just we're fighting or it's a comedy.
Yeah, this is like Vegeta's best moment so far in Super, isn't it?
I mean, that's not
Yes.
saying much.
Well, no,
But
I think it
yeah.
is. I mean, because like it's so rare to get a good Vegeta moment.
Well, actually,
Hey.
I think Vegeta probably has some of the best moments in the entire series.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I agree. I bet they're far and few between. Is what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
they just come in very rare amounts, and so to get
I mean,
one this early is kind of nice.
he usually gets one like once an arc, so
What?
yeah. He got one in the Frieza saga. He got
I
in
don't remember that
Cell.
one.
Yeah, it was a thing after he died and he showed up to Goku. He's like, "Avenge me."
Hmm.
You know, it's like he sort of
I
admitted that,
definitely,
okay, I'm not awesome.
I definitely remember the one he had in Boo, and that was really good just recently too.
Hmm. Yeah, and you know, and then there's the Boo one. It does seem like he gets one nice
Yeah,
chunk of a season, but it is nice to see him get this one because it's not so much focused on him becoming a good person, so much as just him deciding, yes, okay, I'll help you out by being a total incomplete jackass to you.
I think it's somebody mentioned in the thread too. This is kind of like him finally getting to be the prince of all Saiyans that he always wanted to be. You know, it's like he finally gets to, in a way, kind of be seen by someone as like a royalty in a way.
Yeah, because I mean, outside of that, the only Saiyans he knows is Goku, and
That's really the
he's
only Saiyan I think he would consider a Saiyan. You know.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think he respects Gohan to a certain extent, but he you really
But my
can't
point is that
yeah,
he would not see Gohan as a true Saiyan. He thinks of Saiyans as people who come from planet
Saiyan.
Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. I think like he finally got to act like the king.
Yeah.
Like this is the sort of like this. He probably like this is the sort of thing I would be doing if my planet wasn't completely destroyed and filled with complete and utter jackasses who I can't trust with this power in the first place. Because I mean, who would trust Nappa to go Super Saiyan?
I think it's just cool to see him take on a more mentor role.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean it's definitely different.
I did like how everyone, like immediately when he started in on the "I'm just gonna kill everyone you love" thing, we were all like, I can see right through that.
Yeah. Although, unfortunately, our own cast of
Yeah.
characters could not, even though that's happened many times.
This is true.
Did anybody else hear too much of Bakugo's voice actor in Kaba?
No, I think he was fine.
Yeah, it came out a little bit here and there, but yeah,
I
he
mean,
was
maybe
fine.
when he was yelling, but that's about it.
He's
There were
gonna
a number of people in the thread talking about that.
he
Well,
goes
I
from
mean,
Super Saiyan to King Explosion Murder.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, when he really gets yelling, then he sounds a little bit like that. But other than that, it's completely fine.
I feel like it's hard to yell in more than one way.
It probably really is. Like, you can change your voice up, like add an accent or maybe make it rougher or softer or whatever. But when you really yell, you got one yell.
I bet Sabat is a freaking genius at it by now.
I said this in the thread, but I wouldn't be shocked if instead of just having him constantly yell, if they had him do it once and just dubbed that in every time they needed it.
Well, he's probably put in more man hours yelling than most people.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, like, seriously, if I were him, I'd just be like, okay, let's record a couple of different yells, and then, you can just dub them in whenever we need them. Here's the powering up yell, here's the I'm in pain yell, here's the I'm winning yell.
He'd be cutting himself out of money. Why would he
Well,
do that? As a voice actor, he wants to speak.
Well, yeah. At the same time, all that yelling is probably not great for the vocal cords.
No.
Well, I mean, like, maybe I'd keep the discs myself and be like, okay, we got to yell right this time. Here, use this. I'm still getting paid for this. It's mine. I did this.
I don't think it works that way, but okay.
I mean, if it could work that way, I'd totally do it that way.
Judging by what we've heard from the video games voice actors
he
stuff,
totally
the
yells.
yelling can really be an issue. So
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Super went on for too long, that if they didn't try and work something out. Because, I mean, everybody just constantly yelling, that's not great.
Yep, yelling is hard.
Mm-hmm.
I would yell right now, but,
Yeah.
Anyway, next up we get Hit,
Yep.
who is literally just intergalactic Agent 47.
No, he's intergalactic Golgo 13. That's who he is.
He's both.
I don't know, like Golgo 13 is probably better.
And his reason for participating in the tournament is literally so he can become inter-universe assassin. Golgo.
Yeah. Yep, he wants a new car. That's his whole
car.
Yep.
He wants a glass box that really moves.
He's actually getting a literal chariot of the gods.
Yeah. I mean, why the hell not? He's got a ridiculous enough name for it.
Other than that, I liked it.
Pretty solid episode.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it was fun.
Let's talk about Dragon Ball Z Kai. Dragon Ball Z Kai, the final chapter is episode 136. Bye-bye, everyone. Goku returns to the next world. Bye, everyone. See you when you die.
Yep. and I love how when he gets there, he realizes, oh, wait, Gohan's not actually dead. Oh, I can feel him. I should go find him, instead of going, maybe I should go run back, find Baba, and have her tell everyone that he's actually still alive.
I don't know if Baba makes errands like that.
I mean, I'm sure she'd be fine with it. Or he could go to, like, King Kai, put his hand on his back, and relay the message real quick.
Yeah. Well, that may happen for all we know, but it is something he could do, yeah.
Isn't that weird that Goku could just be dead and still talk to everyone whenever he wanted?
It's a little weird, yeah. Like, I could imagine, like, in a different series that might be a cause for, like, some weird drama stuff where someone tries to move on, but they can't because, he keeps talking.
It's almost like death is meaningless.
Yeah, I mean, for the millionth time, right? I mean, the thing I couldn't help but think about is when they had the scenes where, like, all the souls of all the people Boo had killed were, like, lined up to get into heaven or whatever. And I'm just thinking, like, the big dude, whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah.
Yama. Yeah, he's going through all this work to, get everybody in there. I mean, we just know they're just going to wish them all back. And it's like, what a huge waste of time.
I mean,
for the afterlife to go through all that, He's
got nothing else to do.
That's true. But before all that happened, though, the episode sort of started off with basically what was Crib's Dragon Ball Z Boo edition.
Oh, God, that was so fucking weird.
Where everything is made of people.
It's the best.
I'm going to take a shit in this toilet.
The toilet's
made of people.
Like, I'm pretty sure his toothbrush was made of people, too. Because I have no idea where he got that from.
It's
Why
so
does Boo
weird.
even have a toothbrush? Does he have teeth?
Apparently, yes. And they're big pearly whites.
Yeah, he does have teeth. It doesn't really make sense, but he does.
No, it doesn't. Nothing about Boo makes sense. He just is.
The only other thing I can think about from this episode was a little more training right before Goku left, and then when Goku got to heaven, Or it's not heaven, it's Snake Way, which is like
No, no,
I guess in between.
no, it's heaven, and then Snake Ways on the, it's part of heaven.
Okay. We get to see that someone else made it to heaven. Dabura.
And he got, yeah, old man Yama just trolling his ass. He ironically did the exact same thing to Frieza.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
makes
no, no.
sense.
No. Frieza went to hell,
Frieza
but
went
his
to
hell
hell.
was like a fairy land.
Yeah.
Dabura is straight up in heaven for some reason.
Why not?
It's like,
King Yemma is kind of a dick, huh?
Yeah, he's a total asshole.
well, I guess you're already the ruler of hell, so I guess you beat me. You get to go to heaven.
He's probably like, wait, you need to go to hell. Wait, you're getting charged down there. I can't send you there. That's what you want. I still feel like he was underutilized, but it's an absolutely hilarious way for him to go out.
Yeah. And Goku cuts in line in the afterlife.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
He doesn't, does he?
No. He is a very selfish person.
I just remember that line from like early Team 4 Star. It's like, if you're cutting in line, you will be sent directly to hell.
Unless your name is Goku.
Yeah. I mean, Goku is just kind of like a... I mean, he just comes and goes as he pleases.
Yeah, I mean, he's been there long enough time to King. He's on a first name basis with King Yama. I mean, he's not even bothered by the fact he cut in line.
It's like, sup, Goku, this again?
Welcome back. Been
Also,
expecting you.
Goku straight up was like, yep, this is going to be all of Earth.
But don't worry, we'll wish everybody back later.
Like, don't worry, we're not going to save anyone.
There's not much we can do about it.
Is there anything else about Dragon Ball Z Kai?
Goku went to go find Gohan, so apparently they're going to get reunited next chapter. I mean, next episode.
Yay. The narrator at the end was also like, Fusion and the Z Sword, the only hopes against Boo.
Yeah, no. We're going to complain about that later.
It's almost
Oh,
like
I know.
Toriyama didn't know where to take this.
It feels like he knew where to take this, but then decided at the very last minute to just chop his own legs off for some reason.
It's basically that like he tries 5 different times to have Goku like not be the main character anymore, and then every time he's like, "Ooh, I don't like that face you're making. Maybe he's still around."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I mean, that's what it feels like. It's like he keeps trying to get Goku to patch the torch, and then all his fans are probably writing him letters.
Like, where's Goku? It's like, you've got Gohan. Goten looks exactly like him. What more do you want from me?
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, it might be his editor, too, you know? You never know.
shall we talk about JoJo?
Wait. One more thing.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, there was a interview that was translated from Toei back when they were starting GT, and they were talking about sort of ratings and fan engagement, and they noticed that the ratings for the episodes that didn't feature Goku had more older people watching, while the ratings for the episodes that did feature Goku had more younger people watching. So basically, younger people would tune out when Goku wasn't around, and everyone else would tune in for the story and stuff. And when Goku was always around, the younger people would tune in, and the older people were like, "Oh, there's no story going on here," and they'd tune out.
Of course, younger people are stupid.
Yeah, pretty much. I just thought that was an interesting thing, and that's sort of why they led Goku to shrink in GT. They're like, we can always keep him around this way, even though the ratings literally didn't change no matter which way they went.
And of course, GT turned out so well.
It was horrible. It's horrible.
Anyway,
Yes.
shall we talk about JoJo?
Okay.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stardust Crusaders, Episode 11, The Emperor and the Hanged Man, Part 2.
Can I just be honest? I'm surprised Abnol is still dead.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I kind of thought he would come back.
Yeah, I didn't think that was it for him, but apparently it is.
Yep. That's it for him.
Like, he just went out unceremoniously. They didn't give a fuck.
He literally gets buried off screen.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
That's cold-blooded.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I like when shows are brave enough to do that, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's just, like, it's just a weird feeling, Because I kind of liked him. I'm like, I would have liked, could have at least had the burial on screen.
I mean, compare and contrast to the deaths of both Zeppelis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of quick and over really soon. I mean, I'm certain that was the point. It was supposed to be sudden and shocking.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't even have like a funeral scene or anything to commemorate him.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't shocked when it happened. I'm more shocked that he's not back.
Mhm.
Like you're still in like, oh, it's shonen. He won't stay dead.
Yeah. I mean, to a certain degree, I know he's gone, but it's just sort of like the shocking thing is that he's actually gone, not that he died.
Well, if he was just a little bit better fighter, he would have known to use pocket sand.
Yeah, yes. He should have known about pocket sand.
The terrifying hanged man, centerfold, defeated by pocket sand.
Also, the Joestar secret technique.
Well, that was,
Whole Horse knows that one too well.
How did he learn the Joestar secret technique? Who taught him?
Joseph Joestar. He just forgot.
That bastard.
Okay, can anyone here explain to me how an elbow to the face is supposed to be a sign of friendship?
I mean, it was basically like I'm glad that you finally stopped crying. Now I'm going to give you the punch you need. Because you deserve it. Like, he was going to wait for him to stop being sad before giving him the punch to the face.
But it's like, is it like man up kind of punch?
I think it was more get your shit together kind of punch.
Okay. Kind of better grit your teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, because it didn't really read to that way to me when I was watching.
Yeah.
I was just like, what? He just like, was he mad? I didn't really get it.
Punching is the way you communicate your emotions. Through punching.
In JoJo.
Like, nobody's actually fighting in JoJo. That's the actual secret. They're all just having cuddle fights.
Yep. They all just pose at each other.
Devo, cuddle fight.
There's been a significant reduction in posing in this chapter, it seems.
In this part?
Yeah.
I mean, there's still some, but yeah, it's not quite as much.
Yeah.
I mean, especially considering how, stands work, how nobody can see them, you'd think, like, everyone basically sees these, burly guys standing around looking at each other. It'd be a little better if they were posing at each other, I think.
There's some good poses coming.
Good.
Especially from Polnareff, the pose machine.
Because, what's JoJo without crazy poses? It's just madness.
Absolute madness.
What about, like,
ridiculous poses from him?
What about, like, there was a scene when they figure out the sand thing, and the trick is to get all of, like, he gets all the Centerfold gets all of the, like, homeless people to come up and like beg, and while they're doing that, he's jumping from their eyes, from eye to eye to eye, and then just cutting their reflections, and I'm just, everybody was just like, why are these people not noticing these two just spurting blood constantly? They just keep coming at them for money, and there's just like blood shooting out of them all over the place.
Hey man, India's a great place.
not painting it with very smart people. That's for sure.
I remember last episode where it was like, why is Jotaro of all people the one who's like, yeah, this is awesome. I love India.
Yep.
Like the guy who like can't deal with a girl clinging onto him. He's like, oh man, getting mobbed by all these people, the best.
Yes.
Probably my favorite thing from the episode, though, was the solution, which was to flip the coin and have all of the greedy sort of
that was clever.
People all look in one place. That was pretty clever.
I did like that.
I also liked when it's like, so the thing you maybe caught the thing they did, which is that every time they showed Centerfold silhouette beforehand, it looked like the guy who they thought was Centerfold, and then it's just a completely different guy.
Yeah.
So you're like, of course that's Centerfold. Look, he even has like the pointy hat, and then it's like, no, it's me, the guy with the nutsack head.
It's weird that Polnareff would forget the one thing that Centerfold is known for is his two right hands.
Yeah, he seemed to not really. You'd think he'd be used to at this point checking that always.
Like he even had Joseph take off his glove when it's clear. Like, how do you, like, where would
Can you? Yeah.
How would that even work? Like you can see it's a left hand. How is he hiding his right hand, another right hand?
I mean,
I don't know, man.
Stupid.
If you put a glove on your left hand that's for your right hand, could you fit? I wonder.
No.
Okay. I might be able to make it work. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like you'd be able to tell by the way the fingers are bending that it's obviously not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like that they. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just like, he's very stupid, so I'm not questioning any of that.
Yeah, I did like they took a lot of moments in this episode to really point out his extra. Wait, which was it? Did he have two left hands or two right hands?
Two right hands.
Yes.
Okay, so there were shots in the episode where they made him use his duplicate right hand, his left hand, I guess technically. And like there was one shot where he's like pointing at them, but it's backwards. His hand is backwards. I thought that's pretty cool because you're not going to see this again after this guy's gone.
Yeah, no, he's done.
Oh no, he got fucked up.
That man was murdered.
And people bite it pretty hard in this part.
Yeah, this is definitely the goriest of the 3 chapters so far.
Oh man, you have seen nothing until you've seen part 5.
Wow.
I mean, part 5 is probably going to be this month on Toonami. Check out that uncensored version of part 5 the Japanese couldn't see. Because, like, several death scenes are just going to be, like,
just white
censored
screens.
to conform with international and local copyright, like, censorship laws.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is bloody. I can't wait for part 5. Come on,
that's not even out in Japan yet, right?
Yeah.
Nope,
No.
not even announced.
Yeah.
But it's like the most popular part in Japan, or like the second most popular.
Oh, really? I never knew that. I would have thought like the one we're on or the one before it was like the most popular.
Well, the one we're on is the most popular in Japan because it's kind of like the definitive part.
It's the one that one voice actress is lusting over Jotaro that we saw those pictures of.
Yeah. Where she's like,
face is just like, that's fine.
Like, I want him to spit on me. Just spit in my face and tell me I'm in his way.
But no, like, Japan likes, like, the cooler, more stoic protagonist JoJo's, and then the West likes the parts, like parts 2, 4, and 7 with the crazier JoJo's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's more character to
or I guess 7
the crazier
kind of does
ones.
have kind of a stoicer JoJo, but there's kind of a double protagonist thing going on with where one's crazy, and really the whole part is just in
Just
part
madness.
7, man.
Isn't that the one where it's an alternate universe?
Yeah, that's the one where they're like, it's a horse race and we have to collect the corpse parts of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's the alternate universe one where we get original Jonathan back, only he's different.
It's not really like that at all.
I'm pretty sure it was some alternate universe with Jonathan and Zeppeli, only they're completely different, and they use rotation instead of, breathing.
Yeah, Part 7 wasn't even, when it started, it was just Steel Ball Run. He didn't even call it JoJo.
Yeah.
And then for like several, tens of chapters, like there's not even a stand.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not one of the stand things. They use rotation powers, right?
Oh no, there are some stand-ass stands in Part 7. Like one character uses the balls, and then everyone else is having man. That part might actually be unadaptable to animation.
Well, we'll find out.
Part of the
One
problem is that
day.
everyone's always on horses, and horses are hard.
This is true, they are.
Attack on Titan pulled it off.
Well, CG horses. It would have to be CG horses, and we'd have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything else about this episode?
And the bit at the end was pretty interesting.
Refresh my memory. What was it?
The weird pimple thing on Joseph.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It laughs.
Mm-hmm.
Like the girl from Whole Horse's introduction is like, I'll help you get away, and then it's like, also she's definitely a stand user too because everyone is.
Yep.
So actually, you do get a Joseph fight next week.
Wow.
Yay.
He'll even do some Joseph things.
Like stand there and look pretty.
He's still old.
This is true.
Anyway, want to talk about Gundam?
Yes.
All right.
Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans, episode 27, In the Midst of Jealousy. I don't know what this title is referring to, but
No one
Mikazuki fought people for like 5 seconds.
Yep.
And then they were like, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, they
I
had
guess
to
we
make
have to...
they had to make time for the best character to come back. Hitler-san.
Yeah! It's
Like,
Hitler Stash.
How is he still alive? Like, how did they just not murder him in his sleep?
I think the writers of this show are just fucking with people at this point.
Probably.
I mean, he's not really playing an important part, but it's just the fact that he shows up.
Yeah.
Or is he?
Come on, this guy's a loser. I can't imagine him being some
Please
kind
no.
of important character. I think he's just a gopher for the bad guys.
Speaking of important
Probably.
characters, who could this mysterious masked man be?
I have no idea.
All right, well let's take a vote. Who do you think it is, Grex?
Galio.
Okay. Everybody else, anyone else have a disagreement on that?
I can't remember anybody's names.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Biscuit.
He slimmed down and came
That
back.
would be the best.
Remember Galio was McGillis's buddy that he murdered in the finale? And he's going to marry his sister, and he was like, I'm going to marry your sister, fucker. Remember?
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I guess I didn't pick up on that we don't know that's who it is, but I didn't even think
why
of that.
not?
Yeah. I kind of thought it was just McGillis playing double duty or something.
No, he has his own, he's got the what's his alternate persona that's paper thin?
Char?
No. The actual name is...
Oh, yeah,
Full
I don't
Frontal?
remember.
No, he's not Full Frontal. That was the other show. Like, everyone's got these stupid ass names. I can't remember it half the time.
Anyway, there's this masked man, mysterious masked man who is definitely not Galio. Gally.
Nope. He's definitely not someone we already know.
Like usually when these masked men come in, it's like, wait, you're just that guy. Oh wait, yeah, it was Montag. That was McGillis's.
Hmm.
I'm the Montag.
I recognize that
Corporation.
name now. Yeah. So
Anyway.
something we should probably remember going forward. I'm just going to say it out loud so that maybe it sinks in, because this show is kind of hard to follow sometimes with all these factions and names and things. So the group that Tewaz has been hired to fight, they're called the Dawn Horizon Corps, and they're the pirates.
Tekkadan has been hired to fight them.
I'm sorry. Yeah, again, I'm getting them backwards. Tekkadan, our main core kids, Tekkadan, have been hired as part of Tewaz to fight the Dawn Horizon Corps. So I'm assuming the Dawn Horizon Corps are going to be like mostly the primary protagonists for a while here.
Antagonists,
thank you.
Whatever. Who can tell? They're either like Nazis or secretly the good guys.
I mean, that one guy has a literal bullseye on his head.
Yeah, they're probably the Nazis.
I mean, that's literally begging for a shot of a literal gunshot going into that bullseye.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
It is.
Somebody in the thread said that that's a character that returned, and I don't remember him either.
No, I don't remember Bullseye guy.
I would have remembered the bullseye.
Yeah,
I think so.
I mean, unless he just got it.
Also, we learned the tragic story of Bilf.
Yeah. Our new character Hush. There's a name to remember.
Hush basically almost kills himself by trying to slap Atra, and that's like, oh no, boy, oh no, don't do that. You're gonna die.
That was a great scene. That was a really good scene on like multiple levels. Because first of all, yeah, Hush walks in there and gets all up in Atra's face, and then Mikazuki comes in and is like, what the fuck you think you're doing? And grabs his hand, about breaks his arm. And then Atra's also like, hey, you can chill out. It's okay. I can take care of myself, which she can. And then Hush walks away, and then he tells his sad story about his brother Bilf.
And the story is basically undermined by the fact that this character is named Bilf.
Yeah. Like,
I'm sorry.
What kind of name is Bilf?
This show likes 4-letter stupid sounding names. We got Dort.
I know.
We got Bilf. We got Hush.
We got a guy named Biscuits.
We got Gally Gally, which is two of the same stuck together.
So yeah, Hush wants to be the next Bilf.
Yeah.
He says it. He says, I'm going to become the next Bilf.
So,
in like a serious way.
But who wants to be Bilf?
Hush.
Why?
I don't even remember why Bilf died. Was it because he was like, oh, that's right. He got the procedure, the medical thing, and it failed.
And then he was like, I'm useless, and then eventually he just hangs himself.
Yeah, he hung himself, yeah. So now Hush wants to get the Alea Vignata surgery, and I guess that's kind of going to, maybe that's going to play out here real soon where we're going to find out.
Well, no, they shoot him down because, one, they don't do that anymore, and two, he can't get it anyway, he's too old.
Oh, that's right. They did say he was too old, yeah. But yeah, that one guy who looks like a tank told him that.
God.
Hello, I'm
that guy.
Liefeld.
Oh, God.
He looks like a giant moving container with a tiny head on top. I want to know what that guy's name is.
Rob Liefeld.
I don't know. Oh, God. Because he has no feet.
All right. And just for the record, if it sounds like I'm ragging on it, I'm still enjoying this show very much. I mean, legitimately, I think it's an entertaining show. I'm liking it. It's fun to point these goofy things out, I guess. What do you think? Is it still sticking with you from that first episode, or
Who, me?
anyone?
Morden.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a pretty slow start, but I think it has to properly set up all the things going forward, and if I remember right, it definitely starts kicking off and pretty soon and never stops. So
there's also this one dude who talks to the Tewaz guy. We don't get his name, but he's just kind of like, I don't think they can handle this. And he's like, you want to do it? And it's like, no, let them handle it. And it's like, okay.
Oh, yeah, that bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to love that. You're going to love that guy, too.
There's a few characters in this season that are definitely gonna get some interesting reactions.
We got a little bit more from the new sort of female Mikazuki character. Just a brief scene with her, but not really much was revealed about her.
Oh yeah, she's just like, I'm a protect.
Yeah.
I will protect Master Rustle. Blah 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 blah. Protect
Yeah,
Master Rustle.
she sounds like she's kind of like one of those kind of characters that's just sort of brainwashed into their role in life, you know. Again, I'm getting a real sort of like anti Mikazuki vibe from her. Like she's supposed to be the bad guy's version of Mikazuki.
Yeah.
Probably.
Just tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
Yeah, kind of emotionless but probably an amazing combat fighter, you know.
I can also see Mikazuki just eating random butterflies.
I could too. Although, what's he always eating? He's always eating like dates or something, or grapes. He does it like in every scene. He's always popping something into his mouth.
Pain pills.
No, it's like I think it's like grapes or something.
I think it's like some stuff that he grows on a farm or something.
Yeah.
How does he have a farm? He's only got one working arm and only one eye.
They all live on a farm. It's like one big farm.
I'm like, how does he grow anything, though?
Oh, he's just somebody else grows it. And he just gets some of it. He's not literally going out there and farming.
Yeah, I mean, how would he even do that? He's got like one working eyeball and one of his arms doesn't work anymore.
There's also this one scene with what was his name, Tamaki or something,
Whatever.
and some other character I don't know, and Tamaki's brother, and it's like this scene is literally there to raise all the death flags for one of these people.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, it's totally that setting that up, isn't it? Yeah.
it's like, man, this is great. I can even send my sister to school. Oh no, I'm dead.
Yep, that's gonna die bloody.
Be sad. Like, straight up, this is a problem with the show where it's like, here's two characters having a conversation. Do we know who these characters? Do we even hear these characters' names before then? I don't know.
No, we do not.
Tamaki was definitely a pretty somewhat relevant character last season.
Is that his actual name? Because I was just guessing.
The blonde-haired
It's
kid,
something
right?
like that. Yeah. The younger blonde-haired dude.
Whatever.
As opposed to, fuck.
What's his name?
Aston.
Yeah, I know the other one you're thinking of, the one that DTL always talks about.
It's Aston, I think.
Yeah.
He definitely didn't have much of a role in the first season, but
he was always there, sort of in the background. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was something like, he was always kind of looking at some other dude.
Yeah.
Like, that was his role.
Well, so far I think I'm having a better. What's the word I'm looking for? The show is easier to follow this time. I'm not as lost already, so that's good. And maybe it also comes from the fact that like I have the previous season to go off of, like for memorizing names and stuff. So yeah, it's a little more straightforward right now.
Yeah, the first season spends a lot of time establishing like the setting, the faction stuff, probably way too long,
Yeah.
but at this point everything is established, so the plot could get moving.
Yep, season 2. Time for the plot to get moving.
What'd you guys think of the opening and ends?
All right.
The opening's fine. Ending is like, what was it again? I don't remember.
The ending was pretty good. It was just shots of like all of the main characters as kids, and the song was all right.
Yeah, I've liked all the openings and endings in the show.
Yeah,
and I always appreciate them transitioning into the endings.
Yeah, and I thought the opening was pretty good, especially when you compare it to like Raise Your Flag, which is like iconic, and this is it's pretty good. I mean, it's a strong opening.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I guess. I couldn't tell you what it is until it shows again, so. Want to talk about Hunter x Hunter?
Okay.
Okay. Hunter x Hunter episode 70, Guts and Courage. What did you guys think of this episode?
It's pretty
Well,
good.
This episode was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You could say, yeah,
So tell me again, what's 1 + 1?
yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. So we got to see Gon's super move twice in this episode.
Oh yeah. You're just spamming it now.
It's awesome.
I couldn't believe that one dude got an actual hit in on Razor with like the switch thing.
Yeah. That was
That
impressive.
was good.
But it didn't stick.
Nope,
No.
Razor's too cool.
Yeah.
She's just too damn good at this.
Poor Killua. He's got hamburger hands now.
Yes, he does.
Let's talk about that. That was actually, I think people were commenting in the thread about this too, that like this was a really genuinely great character moment for both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's sort of like they can only really like go and trust Killua so much that he's the only person that can hold it, and Killua's like, I know that, and I got you, and it was good.
Yeah, I mean, this show, any anime or any show in general that makes characters that endearing, where you're just like, yeah, all right, yeah, you guys are awesome. Like that's a good thing when you could pull that off, and that's what I felt from that scene in particular.
Oh yeah.
Also, you just know Kisaka was just like drained of blood in that scene.
It was just so hard.
You know, I am surprised we've never seen a nosebleed from him.
Yeah.
I mean, his blood only goes to one place.
And that's his murder boner.
Also,
There was also, oh, go ahead.
No, I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. Did you guys notice that really cool like rock riff version of the ending song in this episode? There was like a scene, and they were playing like an alternate version of the ending. It was really cool sounding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it was during the Gon and Killua moment.
Yeah.
The show actually does some really cool things with the ending songs.
Mm-hmm.
So, keep forgetting. Anyway, so Razor tried to take out everyone with one shot, and then Gon was just like, "I'm fucking pissed now."
Because he almost killed his boyfriend.
Yeah. And then Bisky got taken out because she wore too big of a dress.
That's bullshit.
It is, but I mean, let's be real. If she stayed in, she could probably win on her own.
Yeah. That sucks. I wanted to see her do more.
Oh, trust me, you'll get something.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Like,
and then you're gonna wish you never got it.
Oh. I want to see her be a badass. So, let me see. I don't remember what the cliffhanger. The cliffhanger of the episode was just them basically saying they're going to do it again, right?
Right.
They're going to catch the ball now, I think.
First, they have to catch the ball, then they have to actually take out Razor this time.
DTL is going to love the next episode.
Yeah, Gon seems to have came up with a plan that Hisoka likes.
Oh, that's right. We don't know what it is, but they kind of whisper or says that he does, yeah.
And then Hisoka gets a murder boner because, he liked the plan.
And that's kind of this episode. It's really good, even though we can't find much to say.
Yeah.
The only negative thing is that, man, Tesgera.
Yeah, his voice isn't great.
It really stands out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tesgara. Your eyebrows are the only thing you really have going for you.
Those are fantastic eyebrows, though.
Fantastic eyebrows.
Yep.
Anyway, shall we talk about Lupin?
Mm-hmm.
Lupin the Third, Part 4, Episode 16, High School Undercover. Oh, attention students. If you have a large stolen diamond that may or may not contain the soul of Cleopatra, please bring it to the teacher's lounge immediately.
Yeah,
Well, this episode certainly did not turn out the way I expected it to.
No, Lupin is not the smoothest guy when he's undercover in this way. He should have got like a mask or something. He's always better with a mask.
Also, these teachers, man.
They're so stupid.
Yeah, these are some dumbass teachers.
No joke.
And then Lupin makes the fatal mistake of bringing a gun to a mop fight.
Yep.
I'm gonna bonk him on the head with this cello. Like, at least two of them. Like, one brought a bat. Okay, cool, that's an actual weapon. The other brought sulfuric acid. Okay, cool, that'll hurt if you hit someone with it. Yep. And then this other guy's like, I brought a mop.
And I have a cello.
I have a cello.
I kind of get the fact that, like, okay, they're just school teachers, so they're obviously not going to be, like, street smart, you know? So maybe they're not going to, you know, or they're going to underplay how the importance of a gun or something, and they probably wouldn't have one anyway. I get all that. Yeah. What I don't get is why are they trying to build a bomb to defeat the mafia?
Well, I mean, either they want to blow them up or they're going to use the bomb to rob something. But as soon as they get the diamond, they should just be like, "Oh, problem solved."
Like, yeah. Lupin's just like, why didn't you sell the diamond?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, we didn't think of that.
I just happened to build a bomb that requires a diamond.
Yeah, they're like, "Why didn't you steal your wife's diamond ring for our bomb?" It's like, I asked, and she said no.
Isn't this literally the plot of Diamonds Are Forever?
I don't remember.
Well, I think they were Diamonds Are Forever. I think they were building a space laser.
It's kind of the same concept. We need the super expensive gemstone to make something go boom.
Yeah.
Like, it's not enough to just be pretty, it has to go boom. Anyway, there's kind of the plot where Lupin kind of makes the teachers become, like, teacher-y teachers again, or at least this one dude. But honestly, this episode's okay.
I mean, it was funny.
Sure.
Yeah, it was mildly funny.
Yeah, I mean, it was the dumb teachers, and then Lupin running around going, "Diamond? Diamond? I didn't say anything about a diamond. Where's the diamond?"
And at the end, he's just like, I don't even want this diamond anymore. Fuck this.
Yeah. And then it lands in Fujiko's breast.
And then a dolphin just jump shots it into Fujiko's breasts. So that's cool.
That was a fantastic shot, though.
It's not a hard target to miss.
Yep, so that's Lupin.
Yep.
Anything else on this episode?
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Morden, you got anything?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
That was a pretty weird episode, to be honest.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. So, does anyone have anything to say about Naruto Shippuden?
No.
Didn't even watch it.
No.
Naruto goes around causing pranks, and the music wasn't half bad because it's all from the original series. And that's about it.
And fuck all the Leaf Villagers. They deserve to have their village blown up.
Yes, they do.
Pretty much.
We're not even gonna introduce the episode title. It's just like whatever.
Yeah. I think. I mean, I don't have anything else to say unless you guys do.
No, I barely paid any attention.
So then, let's talk about Outlaw Star instead. Outlaw Star Episode 8, Forced Departure, in which they are forced to depart.
And then they have a space fight with giant robot arms on their ship, and it's awesome.
That was so cool.
It was great, and it looked
best.
great too.
I know.
It's just like, okay, what if the spaceships were martial arts?
Yes. They had giant arms, and then they used the arms to shoot guns and wield axes and swords and shit.
Like that one ship was literally just, okay, we have this really giant gun. How do we get it onto a ship? And they're like, no. We put the ship on the gun.
Yes. And then we use the arm to attach them. Problem solved.
So, like, we know that, like, Gene Starwind doesn't like going into space because he's scared of space and all that stuff from when he was a kid.
Yeah.
So, did I miss something, or why is he good at grappler arms then?
Pretty sure he's had practice at some point.
He's the protagonist.
Well, that too. But, I mean, like, he was in space before, you know, and I think his dad showed him shit. Okay.
Because when they were like, we got to do grappler arm combat, and Gene was like, no problem, leave that to me. You know I'm an ace at this, or something like that. And I was thinking, really? You?
It's probably the only thing he knows how to do.
But it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand where you would have learned it. But you're right. Maybe it was when he was a kid. Oh, I'm sorry. I said something. Can you repeat that?
Morden, anything on this episode?
I didn't actually watch it.
Okay. You already own it, do you?
I just don't stay up that late.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it before?
I have years ago, but I don't really remember anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe if Naruto wasn't in filler hell right now, I'd actually stay up and watch it, but it's kind of kills my excitement for it.
I'm about to do a weird thing where I'm gonna since I'm gonna watch Second Gig, I'm gonna watch Cowboy Bebop, but I'm just gonna, when the episode comes on, I'm just gonna go into my room and watch my Blu-ray of the episode that's on at the same time on TV. Because I figure, like, okay, I should probably use this goddamn Blu-ray that I bought.
Oh.
Probably be a good idea.
Like, if I bought this Blu-ray and then just watched it on TV, that would be weird.
No, the Blu-ray's for when it's not on TV.
Yeah, seriously. What the hell?
Yeah, it's not like you've lost an investment. You could just watch that anytime.
I mean, in reality, later, it's only to be on your shelf.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, not really, but, you know.
Like, I'm not going to kid myself. I'm probably not going to sit down ever and watch all of Samurai Jack all the way through.
Oh, you've got to do it at least once.
Yeah, you're right. I've got some free days later. I should be able to do it.
Maybe to be like around like Christmas time or something, you'll have like spare time and you'll be like, why don't I just do a marathon?
I mean, if I'm not trying frantically to play all of Xenoblade 2.
Yes. Well, I mean, you can just hold it in your hand and play it that way.
Yep.
In portable mode.
Portable mode. Anyway, back to Outlaw Star.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Aisha?
Not here yet. Give it time.
But they did say that they were going to go get her.
Yep.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gene had a throwaway line somewhere in the middle of the episode before they took off where he's like, we got to go get that Kataro.
Or maybe it was like, maybe I'll go, I think it was something like, maybe we'll go ask for help from that Kataro.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like almost like sarcastic, and then it just actually happens.
Yep.
Yeah. It made me think that they were going to go there, so.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's all I got, except for that one dude who was like, you're pretty good. Then he explodes.
Yeah, this was a really, really good episode. Lots of excitement, the tension too. Like almost half the episode was just them taking off and being like stopped by the launch patrol people and stuff. And there's a pretty of build up for them to get the ship actually off the ground, and but it wasn't boring. It was all actually really interesting.
Now, if I remember right, like taking off is always a bit of a bitch in this show, but there are entire episodes that are in space, so you know.
It's like the warp drive in Empire Strikes Back. It never works.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. Oh, apparently in other news that USA versus Japan giant robot fight already happened. It happened like 2 weeks ago. Apparently they just taped it and edited it down because it took 3 days to do.
Like an actual giant robot fight?
Yeah. Like there's a thread in the OT about it, and apparently it's gonna happen soon, I think. Like they're gonna show the airing of it.
Okay. I don't know what to expect.
Well, apparently there's a chainsaw involved, so you know.
So I expect a Gundam versus just the head of George Washington from Mount Rushmore slapped onto a
no. The chainsaw is from the USA. They're the one that have the chainsaw.
Okay.
I mean, they're pretty cool designs.
I haven't really heard about this, so I don't know what to say.
It's gonna be crap, but you know.
Is it like it's not like giant, or is it like just kind of like human-sized robot fight?
They're like
dudes inside the robots.
Yeah, they're not like
piloting it. Huh.
Yeah. They're kind of like like loaders from like Aliens size, basically.
Oh, okay, I get it.
And then they're like, it's kind of like BattleBots, just like taken to the nth degree, basically. I think.
Yeah, I think they're using paintballs or something for all the guns.
Oh, that's gonna be silly.
Well, I mean, they got guys inside. They can't just be like, I'm dying.
Epic Gundam fight. Paintballs.
Yep.
That's gonna be silly. Anyway.
Probably. Oh, apparently the fight took them 3 days to do, so, you know.
So, anything else about Toonami this week?
Stupid music video.
Oh, yeah, that again.
Yeah, we got one of those.
We got one of those again.
Mm-hmm.
When did it air? Because I don't remember it.
They always air during Naruto.
Oh, that's why.
They air during the Naruto commercial break, so it's like, man, you're already watching Naruto. Now
Why
here's
not?
this.
So they just replayed an old one?
No, they showed a new one, which is like some fucking weird ass claymation shit, where like animals start killing everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, it's there's nothing to really say about it. It's just, I continue to stand by the idea that all that you have to do to get your music video played on Toonami is that it must be animated in some form, and that you show it to DeMarco. And as long as
somebody's head must explode in the video.
Yeah, and then it has to be psychedelic in some way. And as long as you meet those criteria,
like straight up
seen.
Scanner's head explodes tier.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be in there.
Because like it doesn't matter what it sounds like or how good it's animated. If it's animated in any way and has music and has some trippiness to it, he'll probably air it. That seems to be the criteria.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll probably about do it for this episode of the ToonamiGAF podcast. Thank you, Moradin.
No problem.
Thank you, C. Kohler.
No prob.
Thank you, B-Dubs.
No problem.
We'll see you guys next week for episode 78. Good night.